Good day, grade 8 students. Welcome to our social studies online learning discussion. This is your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. Class, let me just remind you that this video is just a recap makeup class, especially for the students who were not able to join us in our Google Meet live virtual class. Okay, class, before we begin with our discussion, let's have a short recap or review of the last topics that we have last Wednesday. The first one is rule maker. What is rule maker? Rule maker, chaos controller. So this person makes rule for the benefit of people to control chaos or war in a society or community. The second topic that we have discussed is about rule breaker. Rule breaker, chaos creator. So they break the rule, they do not follow the rule, and they are not afraid of the consequences of the action that they are doing. So these were the two topics that we have discussed, rule maker and rule breaker. Now class, let us read the objectives of the lesson of the things that we are going to discuss and study today. Number one, students must be able to know why does a country need law. Number two, students must be able to know the laws for Thai youths. In able for you to learn these two things, you please make sure that watch the entire video from the start to the end. And if you have any question, you can always send me a message in my personal line account. So class, our topics for today are the following. Why does a country need laws? And Thai laws for youths. Now class, before we proceed with our discussion, let us read the words to learn that we will be encountering in our next slides. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills, your speaking skills, even if you're just at home. Number one, country. Number two, law. Number three, youth. Number four, legal. Number five, rights. Let us study these words one by one. Country, geographic area defined by official borders. Officially, the world has over 190 official countries, and they are recognized by other countries. Let's proceed to the second word, which is law. Definition of law. A set of rules of conduct established by government for all members of society to obey and follow. So class, these laws are set of rules that we citizens must follow, as that is our responsibility and duty as member of this country. Next, we have the third word, youth. Youth, the period between childhood and adult age. Usually in Thailand, this period is between 12 years old to 20 years old. The state or quality of being young. The fourth word is legal. What is legal? Legally, lawfully, legitimately, according to the law, in accordance with the law. It means class, permitted by the law. You are free to do. Legal, of the law, of justice, allowed, permissible, valid, legitimate, lawful, acceptable, sanctioned. Legally, legal. So it means class, this is acceptable by the law. Permissible means you are permitted, allowed to do so. Next class, the right word, rights. What is right? Rights are something that every human being deserves, no matter where they come from or are born in or where they live in. Rights are generally written into laws. Based on this, people can very easily challenge or defend their rights in the court of law. So that is the meaning of rights. Now class, let us read again the five words to learn that we have. Country, law, youth, legal, and rights.
Hello, boys and girls! Today, we are going to talk about laws, rights, and responsibilities. Citizens have rights, or special things that people are allowed to do. But rights do not allow people to do whatever they want. Government leaders create laws to make sure this doesn't happen. Laws are a set of rules that protect people and the things they own. In the United States of America, citizens have freedom of speech. People have the right to talk about important things and share their opinions. But they still have to obey the laws. It is part of a citizen's responsibility to follow the law. Shh. A responsibility is a duty, or something that people must do. Citizens also have the right to buy the things that they need or want. They cannot just take them. That is against the law. Laws help citizens live safely and fairly with one another. Let's review. Rights are special things that citizens are allowed to do. Laws are a set of rules that protect people and the things they own. The government creates laws to make sure that people don't do whatever they want. This keeps citizens and their property safe. It is part of a citizen's responsibility to follow the law. A responsibility is a duty or something that people must do. Thanks for watching. Goodbye!
Before we proceed with our discussion, please open your books on page 25 because everything that you can see in your computer or mobile phone or tablets or iPads, please highlight them because they are the important ones and you have to read them for your midterm assessment. Let's proceed reading now. Laws are rules that made to help people live together in peace. They tell people what they can and cannot do. They show us how to treat other people with respect. So laws become our guideline in doing what is good and what is bad. The second paragraph of your book, countries often have different laws. Some countries have very strict laws about things which other countries do not worry about. So class, always remember that every country has different laws, but then every country, they do their laws not in the same way as the others do. Now, third paragraph of your book, Thailand has been a constitutional monarchy since June 1932 AD. The king is head of the state and the government is democratically elected. Constitutional monarchy because constitution you have prime minister, monarchy you have king. Combination of both, constitutional monarchy. The head of the state, which is the king, is not voted. He inherited the power or the throne from his father when his father, the king, died. And the prime minister, the people voted for him. The last paragraph of your book, all laws are made by the parliament, then endorsed by the king before the enforcement. Laws help people live peacefully together. They must be obeyed by everyone because if not, you will be punished. You can break the law, but make sure that you can face the consequences of your actions. Anybody who breaks laws could face serious punishment or severe fines or both. Now, class, functions of laws. It helps us to live peacefully, teach us to deal with each other, keep peace and prevent violence, settle disputes, regulate government behavior. So, class, gay marriage worldwide is an example of laws that are being done with some countries and some countries very strict to it. Political structure in Thailand, the form of government is constitutional monarchy. The head of the state is the king. The head of the government is the prime minister. House of Representative or the people who make the laws, there are 500 members. And for the people who will approve the law, 150 members. What happens if I break the law? Of course, consequences are enforced by the police and or court system. The punishments may be a fine for less dangerous crimes to lifelong prison terms for highly vicious crimes like murder. When you say vicious, very bad, very serious crimes. Okay, class, so let us continue with our last topic for today, which is tie laws for youth. So please open your books on page 26 and everything that you see in your monitor, please highlight them because they are the important ones. Less than 20 years old are considered youth. So if you are between 12 to 20 years old, in Thailand, you are considered youth. The second one is ID cards are issued when you are 7 and is renewable every 8 years until 70 years old. Meaning to say, when you reach the age of 7, you will be issued an ID card and every 8 years they will renew this until you reach the age of 70. Of course, more than 70 years old, you are not going to renew it anymore. The third one, you are not allowed to take out a loan without your parents' permission, meaning you are not allowed to borrow money from the bank without your parents' permit. Fourth one, you can make a fully legal will at 15. Next, you can set up and run your own business with your parents' permission as long as when you get permit from the government, your parents permitted you or allowed you to have your own business. The last one is, you can get married legally at 17, but parents' permission is still needed. But then again, some countries, they do not allow this one, like in the Philippines. You are only legally or allowed to get married when you are 18 years old. So class, this picture is picture of students that are considered youth. The second picture, class, is what a Thai national ID card looks like. Next, this picture will show you that You can borrow money from the bank if your parents are with you. You can make your own legal will at the age of 15, and you can make your own business if your parents permitted you. The last picture, when you reach 17 years old, you can legally get married. Time for me to give you activity, and our activity for today, please answer page 27 of your book, of course, Social Studies. And please note, please take a picture of your Social Studies book, page 27, after answering the activity and upload it on the Social Studies album I created in your classes line group. Good luck and thank you so much. So class, we now come to the end of our discussion. Thank you so much for watching the entire video. For the students who joined our virtual class today, thank you so much. If you want to watch this one, and if you did watch this one, thank you. I'll see you again next week. Goodbye, everyone, and stay safe.